So Kalvin, first of all, how are you doing today?
Alright, yourself?
Not bad, thanks. So obviously there's a big game on Sunday afternoon at the Diva Stadium at home to St Helens. Obviously played them a few weeks ago. It was a disappointing result that afternoon, a 2-1 away loss. How are preparations going for this Sunday?
I think, especially after the weekend we had, look, we were not at the races. And credit to Moss Hill, they've done everything they could to win the game, and they had a game plan, it worked, regardless of whatever people say about the pitch. People can't play on the pitch. So we were fortunate not to have a bounce game midweek. We did really well against a really, really good talented side. So that was quite nice that we can iron out a few things and play what we wanted to do, put players into positions where they might not feel comfortable doing, but they have a job to do for this Sunday, because obviously we're very likely going to have injuries. But it's not bad. Obviously we've got training time, make sure we can go for the final preparation so we can give St Helens a really good game again.
Of course, and as we mentioned, St Helens are a very good side. Obviously it was a difficult game a few weeks ago, and they're one of the best sides in the league. Do you think the girls would be up for the challenge?
Yeah, I think football's fine margins, and for us, I think we had enough marks to win the game. But the issue is if you don't score enough games, and that's a fact. Once the mistake the ball gets turned over, square across, they score. But fair play to the players, credit to them. We didn't stop, we went to got a penalty straight away. Looked a little bit more on the front foot last game, but obviously credit to St Helens again. You know what I mean? They're a good side. You don't score your chances again, they punish you, and that's it. So I think the players got that in the back of the mind. The FA Cup still hurts, it really does hurt, because again it was a game of fine margins last time. We've got to get it right this time. You know, we're back at home, 12 playing with the fans, and we've been superb all year. And obviously we've got to get it better than what we did last weekend, because we never shined ourselves in glory last weekend.
As you've briefly mentioned, obviously we've got the home support this weekend. Do you think the fans will play a vital part in getting a result?
I think our home form is unbelievable, and that's because of the fans. You know, regardless of it, I think when they're going against stuff, the fans get really behind it. All you can hear is, "Come on the Blues, come on Chester, come on so and so, come on so and so." You know, sometimes there's been times I've turned around, lift up, and all the players, you know, you get fans clapping on their feet saying, "Come on." So I think it's going to be vital this weekend that we use that a little bit more to our advantage, to make sure, like we have all season, where we've had some really good wins this season. I think we've only ever dropped, apart from the FC United game and the Stockport game, where both were fine margins. We've only lost one home game at home. It's a credit to our home form, but we've got to get it right with our away form. So, but challenge that this weekend. We've got to make sure that we get it right, and I think the fans are going to be the biggest part of it.
And just one final question. Obviously, a lot has been discussed about the run-in to the end of the season. How do you feel it'll go?
Tough, really, really tough. We've got a really tough heart. It's really, really tough running, and obviously it's not in our hands anymore. Moss Hill, right, so beat us last weekend, and we went at the races, and Moss Hill win. That's a fact. Runcorn have got some good games, and obviously St Helens is going to be no easy game now. But we can make sure that we get a really good run in and get really good points return, and really turn our season and end it on a really good high.
And that's great. Thanks a lot.